The drama surrounding Game 3 between the Indiana Fever and the Las Vegas Aces wasn't basketball. It was daylight robbery. From the opening whistle, it felt like the Fever were playing against two opponents, the Aces and the referees. Indiana fought, hustled, and even led the game deep into the second half. But then came the whistles, over and over again. And just like that, their rhythm, their momentum, and their chance to win were stripped away right in front of their home crowd. A'ja Wilson threw elbows. Aaliyah Boston got hammered without a call. And the Aces somehow found themselves at the foul line nearly every trip down the court. Fans at Gainbridge saw it, social media exploded about it, and even the box score told the truth. Las Vegas didn't outplay the Fever. They were handed that win. What made it sting even more was how the officiating overshadowed one of the most inspiring performances of the postseason. Lexie Hull, who wasn't even supposed to play, gave Indiana everything she had. It should have been her night. Instead, it became another story of unfairness and frustration. From the start of this series, something felt off. The officiating has leaned toward Vegas like a crutch. Game 1 set the tone. Every time the Fever played physical defense, it somehow ended with Vegas free throws. By Game 2, it became impossible to ignore. Indiana's rhythm was constantly disrupted. Their fast breaks killed by constant stoppages. Energy drained by questionable calls. Even head coach Stephanie White couldn't hold back anymore. "It's hard for us to find any flow," she said after Game 2. "There's a foul call every 10 seconds. We can't get up and down the floor." She was right. Basketball is about rhythm, timing, and energy. When all of that is broken by endless whistles, no team can truly compete. By Game 3, it wasn't just a bad pattern, it was an outright barrier. The Fever weren't just fighting Vegas, they were fighting for fairness. The breaking point came in the third quarter, when Aaliyah Boston tried to challenge a foul on Jackie Young. Stephanie White signaled for the review, but officials refused to acknowledge it. Seconds later, Chelsea Gray hit a dagger 3. The entire building went from roaring with hope to stunned silence as Indy's lead vanished. The fans erupted, screaming for justice, but the refs shrugged it off. Clips of that exact sequence went viral online within minutes. Analysts broke it down frame by frame, showing how Indiana was robbed of momentum and possibly the game itself. And that wasn't even the only moment. A'ja Wilson's illegal screens went uncalled. Lexie Hull got whistled for fouls she didn't commit. Vegas players shoved, grabbed, and threw elbows with no consequence, while Indiana's slightest contact earned them a whistle. It didn't feel like officiating, it felt like favoritism. But through all the chaos, Lexie Hull refused to fold. Playing through visible pain from a lingering back injury, she turned in one of the grittiest performances of the playoffs. 16 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal. And she did it on efficient shooting 6 of 10 from the field. In 3 threes that electrified the crowd each time they fell. Hull wasn't just scoring, she was fighting. Diving on the floor for loose balls, battling taller players for rebounds, and playing defense like every possession could define her career. Every time the refs tried to suck the life out of the Fever, Hull pumped it back in with pure effort. Fans could feel it. Gainbridge Fieldhouse fed off her energy, roaring with every hustle play. Yet when the final buzzer sounded, Hull's performance was buried under a mountain of controversy. Instead of headlines celebrating her courage, the story became about officiating and how the Fever were cheated out of a win. Meanwhile, the Aces' so-called superstar had one of her worst games of the year. A'ja Wilson opened strong, but quickly faded, finishing 6-4-20 from the field with 13 points. She missed 11 shots in a row at one point. But you wouldn't know that from the result because Vegas still walked away with the win. Jackie Young carried the team with 25 points. Chelsea Gray added 15, and the officials seemed to handle the rest. Every time the Fever tried to fight back, a whistle stopped them cold. And what's worse? The media spun it like Vegas simply found a way to win. But look closer. Wilson's stat line tells the truth. She was locked up by Aaliyah Boston all night. Boston's defense was textbook, strong, disciplined, unrelenting. She forced Wilson into awkward fadeaways, contested every drive, and dominated the paint. Wilson didn't have an off night, she got shut down. Yet despite all that, Vegas still escaped because the officiating softened every blow. That's not a statement when it's a bailout. The Aces didn't prove they were the better team. They proved how much help they need to stay on top. And now, everything comes down to Game 4. The Fever return home with their season on the line. One more loss, and it's over. But that building, Gainbridge Fieldhouse, will not be quiet. 17,000 fans will pack the arena, ready to erupt. Becky Hammon has already started her pregame campaign, warning that officials might favor Indiana this time. The irony is almost laughable. After 3 games where Vegas benefited from nearly every whistle, now their coach is worried about fairness. It shows just how comfortable the Aces have become with help from the refs, how nervous they are to face a real fight. Sunday isn't just another playoff game. It's survival. The Fever's plan is simple. Feed Aaliyah Boston inside, get Kelsey Mitchell back in rhythm, and let Lexie Hull keep playing with that same fearless energy. Vegas has cracks, and Indiana knows exactly where to hit them. If the Fever can play their game without interference, if the whistles finally even out, this series could flip overnight. Gainbridge will be a madhouse. Every stop, every bucket, every rebound will send shockwaves through the building. Because this isn't just about one playoff series anymore. It's about respect. It's about a young team proving they can stand toe-to-toe with champions, even when everything is stacked against them. Game 3 was stolen. But Game 4 is their chance to take it back. The Fever didn't lose. They were robbed. But the story isn't over yet. Lexie Hull's determination, Boston's power, and the roar of 17,000 fans could turn injustice into redemption. So what do you think? Was Game 3 stolen from the Fever? Can Indiana bounce back and rewrite the narrative? Drop a comment below and say, "Let's go Fever." If you believe they can pull it off, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, so you never miss the next chapter of this incredible playoff story.